Hi, what is mastering you? This video is inspired by a video that I watched from Stephanie Perry. It was titled Four Ways That a Job's Master are the New Master for Black Women. I watched that video and I totally resonated. And it reminded me of the phenomenon that we all experienced globally for several years ago. And I I will also drop that video in the description also so you can check it out. But I so resonated with that because several years ago, I let go of a lot of stuff. I mostly a lot of thoughts and ideas that I always had swarming around in my head or grew up with, or certain ideologies and traditions that just made me go, like Arsenio Hall. Things that make you go, did Arsenio Hall say that? I can't remember, but it was one of those sayings back in the 80s. But I'm an 80s baby. Um, it's just that it's one of those things where I was like, why do I think the way that I think about that? Who told me that, and who is they? So one of the things that I let go that was mastering me was getting my hair done every 2 weeks. I I let all of that go because I was already, prior to that entire global phenomenon, I was in a hustle and bustle culture where full of long commutes, spending here and there outrageously, and because of the commute and trying to cope. And it was just like I wore a daily uniform though. I always wore basic black, standard blazer, slacks, pants, but it was just every winter I would have to scrape that snow off the car trying to catch a train in the cold and shoveling. I always had a shovel in my trunk. It was just, oh my gosh. I got through all of these years of doing that, and I did it for a long time through writing grateful pages and what I was thankful for, and being positive and just being optimistic, and teaing my way, coffeeing my way, hot chocolating my way, but there's no amount of hot cocoaing, and I love the cocoa. I love the cacao. I mean, at one point they say that there I go. There was a shortage of cacao. There was going to be a shortage of cacao supply. I don't know. But I was just like, really? No. But yeah, there's no amount of hot cocoa that was going to uh, get me out of the constant hustle and bustle of what I was going through. So I let go of not having my hair done every 2 weeks, and I just went totally natural. I said, no more of this. And I've been natural for a long time, several years. I haven't had a relaxer for over 2 decades, and I decided just go natural, just wash and go. And I just looked at tutorials. My sister helped me along the way, and I just said, this is what I'm going to do. And I just really let go of that way of thinking that everything has to be this way because this is the way it always has to be. And I also let go of certain thoughts about my living arrangements. And it's like, just because I've been here in this place for a long time doesn't mean I have to stay here. There are other options. There are choices. There are ways that I can continue to be flexible and continue to declutter my way through to where I'm not having a connection of things. And I've never been a materialistic person, and I've always been highly organized. And I've learned in the opposite way that I can be messy sometimes. And I know that goes against a lot of the decluttered videos. I shouldn't say against, but there's a lot of decluttering content out there, including my own. I have a YouTube channel. It's Declutter Empress Radio, where I talk about decluttering, and I am a minimalist. But and I don't expect you to be, but I do like to share that philosophy. But there are different ways of decluttering your life without going to those extremes. But I think that I have learned to, it's okay to be messy, because in my messiness, that's where I'm most creative. And I know right now I'm all over the place, but I just grabbed a hold of that master when the things do master us. And when you really look at it, that's a good time to evaluate. Hold on just one second. I'm getting a little parched. Okay, I'm good. But that's just a way of reevaluating life to say, okay, what's really bogging me down? What's really keeping me from achieving my true goals? Not goals that someone else made up for me, not goals with my parents, my friends, or anybody else may have instilled in you. And a lot of it stems from our childhood, a lot of it stems from who we surround ourselves with. But we do have to question ourselves, what is really has a strong hold on me to where I think that I can't make moves or I lack choices. Because in the grand scheme of things, what we think is impossible is possible, and that is a colloquialism that's been around for a little bit in these streets. And it's like, you think that you don't have choices, but you do. Everything is figureoutable. Thanks, I think Maria Forleo. I think that's her name. I think I just butchered the last name, but I read her book, Everything is Figureoutable, a few years ago. And I actually, what I love to do here is, especially on this channel, is write reader reviews of what books that I've read. And when I read that book, Everything is Figureoutable, that changed everything for me. It did. But yeah, I definitely let go of some things that have mastered me to embrace freedom, to embrace freedom, to embrace just being better with the choices in my life and knowing that anything is possible. So, but yeah, if you have experience, tell me what has mastered you in your life. For me, it was hair. For me, it was that feeling of not having a choice, having to stay in one job forever, which actually I can look back and I'll talk about this in another video. When I graduated from college, I was kind of like brought into environments that had work from home and had the flexible work hours and summer hours and all of that in a casual work environment. And I transitioned to different types of corporate environments. So I had the experience of all of that, which I'll talk about in some future videos. But yeah, I think it's having that, knowing that you do have a choice. You don't have to feel that you're trapped, even if you are in debt or if you're trying to dig yourself out of debt, or there are things that you can do because the information is out here. The technology is out here to help you to navigate through the waters of life so that you can have flexible choices. So don't think that you don't have any choices and that whatever is going on in your life right now has to have master over you, because it doesn't. It doesn't. So let me know in the comments what's mastered you. And if you like this video, please feel free to subscribe, like. And by the way, my name is Daria. I have a lifestyle blog called Quirky Essence. And this is a blog where I share my life lessons lived on this planet and just how to navigate it through this life. And on this channel in particular, uh, I talk about how to assist with elderly parents, how to live life with aging parents and to help them, especially if they're helicopter parents, if you've had that experience, and also how to uh, deal with surprises in life. And I'll share that occasional book or two that changed my life as well. And I know I've mentioned one of them, Everything is Figuroutable, which I'll link that title in the show notes as well, that description, because I'm sure I butchered her name. But all right, until the next video, I will talk to you later. Bye.